Hey guys, it's your boy MKS back in another video. It's 2 in the morning here, so I'm making a really late video, I'm afraid. It took me a while to organise my thoughts, so I was making a few videos. So anyway, so continuing on with my plan or my dreams or my list or whatever for African technology. I probably should wait till I wake up, but I thought I'd get it out of the way, so to speak. I did have these ideas for quite a while. So anyhow, I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm going to probably jump to this. But please feel free to ask any questions or leave any comments or anything like that in the comment section or whatnot. Anywho, number 21, to recap some of my ideas about is like to unite Africa together through technology, approximately 1 billion people. Also, the global black diaspora and Africa to network with indigenous Australasians and other people of colour, including mixed race and Asian people, possibly even Native Americans, like who can help them in return for like some sort of deals that they can do together. And I was saying that, imagine if the next Bill Gates or major tech tycoon or titan, such as Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs or Paul Allen or whatever, could be, or Steve Ballmer or whatever, could be people from Africa, maybe even like, I've just come up with another idea, which is like even people like Satya Nadella or people like that, or Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or people like that could be like invited by Africans, like by governments, and like to go into schools and teach directly. Like imagine if you were taught technology by people like that, like people like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or people like that who could directly teach you and that sort of thing. 22, I hope that Africa will learn from the past and look at what new things could be made, how to make things more user friendly, how to make tech last longer and be more make tech always improved, keep improving. And in the past, I was talking about like how a lot of people talk about working hard and working many hours, but I was thinking if you've got Africa, if Africans work together like 1 billion people and possibly having all the friends and supporters of Africa, they only need to work like an hour each and they still work like 1 billion hours a day, roughly. And obviously that's a heck of a lot. And obviously I wouldn't recommend they only work an hour each, but if they work towards the same goals, imagine what they could achieve if they believed in each other and supported each other and united together and didn't go to war with each other or fight each other. So I love the irony of someone, I'm not really that good at tech myself, but somehow my ideas helped Africa to do well in technology and leave the field. 23, I talked before as well about how I love the major tech companies who go into Africa, but also like to support Africa and train the youth and all that, and people of all ages, especially youth, and train from the younger stage. I think if they get those skills, it will really help. And like giving keyboards for young toddlers, even in Africa, to play around with and learn from the youngest possible age. And I love like all the taxes that have been raised for from technology companies could be like a law where it goes towards where if it's gone to EU countries or America or any part of the Americas or anywhere else, it would have to be directly go to Africa. So all the taxes that have been collected from tech companies, I would love it if they all went to Africa. So like it trained the youth, so that tax money was used as well as aid money was used really well, and maybe African countries can use all the aid money to invest in training up young, especially young people and people generally in tech, which would create more jobs and opportunities. They can set up their own business as well and things like that. But that could be like a form of reparations. Like let's say the EU have fined companies like Microsoft a lot of money for not paying taxes in Europe, but imagine if those taxes had to go towards Africa to train up people like in organisations like Andela, where it trained people in terms of software or other areas of tech. And again, like if major software could come from parts of Africa. 24, again, I hope to unite the continent as much as possible, as well as perhaps the diaspora, people of colour and so forth, anti-imperialists, to help Africa to lead the tech field. 25 I hope support projects such as Tech Republic, but also, as I say before, to combine all the organisations which support African tech so they can network together and learn from each other. And Della sort of trains people from an older age, or apparently it's harder to get into than Harvard, but you have to like kind of it sort of permits older people, but if they had something like Andela, but also train the younger people. So even people who perhaps started off and didn't have tech skills could learn to get those tech skills. 26, again, supporting African tech could be part of reparations for former wrongdoings, like in South Africa with apartheid, or just generally with colonialism, which to me left a lot of damage in those countries. And I think it'd be great if supporting them in tech would be a way to reparate or make up for some of those wrong sort of things. And if Africa used it well, and also there's people who say that Africans are stupid, like to prove them wrong, and Africans to work together to prove them wrong, and also to work with Asian nations because they have something in common that most Asian nations, if not all of them, were also colonized, and they could have deals like, I'd love to recreate the East India Company, but this time for the benefit of India, because it benefited Britain in the past, and also like the Dutch East Indies Company, which was like the biggest company ever, but that benefited Holland, but or the Dutch, and not so much the Indonesians or other people they colonized. So, like, it could be that African countries help those Asian nations if. The reason why I call them Asian nations is because it rhymes. But anyway, they help them in that area in return for them helping them in technology. So if India helps African countries in technology, African countries could help India politically or help them with recreating the East India Company for India's benefit as well, so they can trade and network together. 27, I hope to like have a list of the top, or African countries could have a list of the top, maybe even each country or just generally have a list of the top 30 or 100 or 1,000 or whatever, either individual or company sponsors of African technology, whether that's software or whatever other area. So they're like sort of rewarding the sponsors or the general supporters by acknowledging them and helping them with their PR, and like having a list of the top X number of contributors, whether that's people who have contributed ideas or money or investment or different categories, like who's contributed the most in terms of training or who's contributed the most in terms of funding and things like that. And hopefully in the future I'll be a major supporter of African technology, which would be quite coincidental, as I say, because, or I'm trying to think of the right word, ironic, that's probably a better word, because I'm not that good at technology myself, but I do hope to support them. 28, I hope that African countries can use technology to right some of the wrongs of the past and turn some negative situations into positives through technology. Again, how it could be used to like unite the continent, because they all work together towards developing African technology or developing each other through technology and things like that and supporting each other. 29, again, I hope to encourage like MKS for African tech, using my initials to encourage like to make a project to make like an NGO which like Friends of Africa, which works together to make to help African technology, as many people and organisations as possible, and encourage big tech companies to go into Africa and train the youth, as I say, and also people of colour, POC for African tech and things like that. It's underrepresented in the past. And 30, I think that probably covers everything. Hopefully I remembered everything. But I'd love to know what you think or any ideas you can have. And if I remember any ideas, I'll probably post them in the comments section. Peace and love.